Welcome to Africa Ascending, your source for legacy, innovation, and ceremonial power. Good evening. I'm Ngozi Eze, reporting for Africa Ascending. Tonight's breaking story. Aliko Dangote has reclaimed the title of richest black man in the world with a fortune of $23.9 billion. His refinery in Nigeria is more than a business triumph. It stands as a symbol of Africa's industrial revolution. For a deeper look at this headline and the sweeping changes across the continent, we welcome our correspondent, Jonathan Reed. Stay with us and remember to subscribe to Africa Ascending for more stories of industrial power and global legacy.
On November 15, 2025, as the first light broke over Lagos, a new chapter began for Africa's economic story. Aliko Dangote reclaimed his title as the richest black person on the planet, a moment that resonated far beyond the world of finance. With a net worth of $23.9 billion, Dangote's achievement sent ripples of inspiration across the continent and the globe. This isn't just another billionaire headline, it's a symbol of Africa rewriting its own story, a story of hope, ambition, and transformation. For decades, Africa was seen as a source of raw materials, not a builder of industries. Dangote flipped that script, challenging old narratives and expectations. He invested in factories, refineries, and infrastructure, determined to transform resources at home and create value where it matters most. This is more than capitalism, it's economic liberation. It's about giving people the tools to shape their own futures and build lasting prosperity. In a world of easy paths, Dangote chose to carve his own, betting on Nigeria's potential and the untapped promise of the African continent. His wealth is a legacy. Jobs created, communities empowered, pride restored. Every factory, every job, every smile is a testament to what's possible. It's a message to every young entrepreneur. Your dreams matter, and your continent is your greatest asset. The future belongs to those who dare to dream big. Dangote's rise is a victory for Africa, not just for himself. It's a collective win, a beacon for millions who believe in a brighter tomorrow. It marks the start of a new era. Africa as a leader, not just a participant, in the global economy. The world is watching, and Africa is ready to lead. The sun is rising on a continent building its own destiny, fueled by innovation, resilience, and unity. This is the dawn of a new story, one written by Africans for Africa, filled with hope and endless possibilities. The king is back, and he's brought a continent with him. Together, they are forging a future that will inspire generations. Let's look beyond the billions and see the movement he's sparked, a movement of progress, pride, and self-determination. This is about legacy, not just fortune. Africa's narrative is changing, forever. The world will never see Africa the same way again. The Dangote Refinery, just outside Lagos, is more than a factory. It's a bold declaration of independence and ambition for Nigeria and the entire continent. For decades, Nigeria exported its crude oil, only to buy back refined fuel at a premium, losing both money and opportunity in the process. The refinery finally ends this costly cycle, keeping value within the country. It's one of the world's largest, capable of processing hundreds of thousands of barrels every single day, setting new standards for African industry. This is about control, refining oil at home, fueling local cars, powering the future, and ensuring energy security for millions. The impact ripples across West Africa. Less dependence on volatile imports, more money for schools, hospitals, and vital infrastructure. Thousands of skilled jobs are created, building a new generation of experts and inspiring young Nigerians to dream bigger. This is nation building, adding value, transforming resources, and investing in people, communities, and the future. The refinery stands as a monument to African vision, determination, and the power of collective effort. It required massive capital, unwavering commitment, and belief in what Africa can achieve when it leads its own destiny. It's not just a source of fuel, but a source of pride, hope, and inspiration for generations to come. Africa can build world-class projects. This refinery proves it. shattering old stereotypes and setting new benchmarks. It's a landmark of self-reliance, not just an industrial asset, but a symbol of what's possible. The old model is gone. Africa is taking charge of its resources, writing its own story. The refinery is a masterclass in long-term vision, planning, and execution on a grand scale. This is African ingenuity, realized, proof that the continent can shape its own future. The Dangote Refinery is just one spark in Nigeria's industrial awakening, a symbol of a nation determined to transform its destiny. Across the country, new refineries and industries are rising, shifting the focus from simply exporting raw materials to building and producing what's needed at home. This marks a turning point in Nigeria's economic story. This is a sleeping giant waking up, ambition and innovation spreading across the nation, energizing cities and rural communities alike. Each refinery creates a web of supporting industries, logistics, engineering, manufacturing, and countless small businesses that thrive around them. The result? Thousands of new jobs, robust economic growth, and empowered communities that are taking charge of their own futures. Nigeria is building a complex, interconnected economy from the ground up, weaving together sectors that once stood apart. A new generation, engineers, entrepreneurs, policymakers, understands that true sovereignty is economic sovereignty, and they are determined to claim it. They're building for the future, laying foundations for global influence and a legacy that will inspire generations to come. Nigeria is no longer waiting for change, it's building its future, one bold idea, one innovative project at a time. This is a powerful rebuttal to old narratives of Afro-pessimism, a new story of hope, progress, and pride. The nation's greatest resource is its people's ingenuity, resilience, and relentless drive to succeed. Nigeria is becoming a blueprint for sustainable prosperity, blending tradition with innovation to create a brighter future. The world should pay attention. Nigeria's ambition is reshaping not just its own destiny, but the future of Africa and beyond. In Kenya, a different energy revolution is underway, one powered by nature. Kenya leads Africa in renewable energy, especially geothermal power from the Great Rift Valley. The Olkaria complex is a showcase of this ambition, investing in geothermal, wind and solar. Kenya is reducing dependence on imported fuels and stabilizing its economy. Clean energy powers homes, schools and businesses, even in remote villages. This is smart economics and environmental stewardship. Kenya proves you can have progress and protect the planet. Green energy is unlocking opportunity, driving new industries, and empowering people. Kenya is a global model for sustainable development. The nation is leapfrogging old technologies, building a modern, clean economy. This is innovation with a deep respect for nature. Kenya's green legacy is powering prosperity for generations. Ethiopia, with its ancient history, is now weaving a new industrial future. Massive industrial parks are transforming the nation into Africa's manufacturing hub. These parks attract global brands, create jobs, and shift the economy from agriculture to industry. Ethiopia invests in vocational training, preparing its workforce for modern jobs. The country is exporting not just products, but a new image of African capability. This is a strategic move for resilience and sustainable growth. Ethiopia is challenging global manufacturing giants, proving Africa can compete. A new fabric of progress is being woven, one of strength and opportunity. South Africa, long a mining powerhouse, is now building a diversified modern economy. Infrastructure booms, new ports, railways and roads are connecting the region and boosting trade. South Africa's expertise in mining and engineering drives this transformation. The nation is building not just for itself, but for its neighbors, forging economic corridors across southern Africa. Generations of technical talent are now designing the region's future. Innovation is making mining safer and more sustainable. South Africa is evolving from extraction to advanced manufacturing and services. It remains the continent's industrial anchor, lifting the region. This is resilience, progress forged from the ground up. In Rwanda, a digital revolution is underway. Kigali, the capital, is now known as the Silicon Savannah, a hub of tech innovation and good governance. Heavy investment in internet infrastructure and business-friendly policies have created a thriving startup ecosystem. Young Rwandans are coding, launching companies and solving local problems with global potential. Technology is improving government, healthcare, and agriculture. Rwanda proves Africa can be a creator of digital innovation. This is visionary leadership and national unity in action. Rwanda's digital renaissance is a model for the continent. From Dangote's refinery to Kenya's green energy, Ethiopia's factories, South Africa's infrastructure, and Rwanda's tech hubs, a new African story is unfolding. This is a continental shift, not isolated success. Africa is rising, powered by ambition and ingenuity. The old narrative of poverty is being replaced by one of industrial power and innovation. Engineers, entrepreneurs, and policymakers are building a legacy for generations. Africa's rise will reshape global trade and power dynamics. The continent's youthful population is its greatest asset. The 21st century will be defined by Africa's ascent. Dangote's milestone is just one step on a longer journey. Africa is taking control, building its own industries, and writing its own story. The era of building is here, a new legacy forged in steel and code. This is Africa ascending, industrial power, global legacy.